Now, this isn't the only way to become successful, but what I'm about to go through is definitely the easiest way. And I say easy in quotations because it's not easy, it's simple. The most simple way to find success. And we've heard it before, but I have a story that I'll tell you that will work into it. So follow me on this, okay? For most of my life, from as early on as I can remember, I've been involved in sports. I love sports. I love fitness. I love health, everything that kind of surrounds around that. I think more than the sport itself, I love working out. It's something that I really enjoy. And so for my teens and early adult life, that was how I made a living. That was my profession. I even got a degree in kinesiology and ran several gyms in Southern California where I live. And I love it. It's still such a big part of my life. And now, even though I don't run gyms anymore, I don't do that kind of coaching anymore, I'm still heavily involved in health and fitness. And I do it all. I run, I do CrossFit, jiu-jitsu, hiking, rucking, swimming, all the fitness. I do all the fitness. Over the years, and this has happened probably since I became an adult and people stopped doing intramural sports and they have to kind of do athletics on their own. I've gotten questions pertaining to my fitness regimen. People want to know diet and fitness, and they want to know the answer. They want me to provide them a blueprint, a map. Like, this is how I do it, this is how you can do it to get in the shape that I'm in. And I monetized that. I did that for a living. I coached it in person and I coached it online, and I provided those roadmaps. As a coach, I knew though, and I knew this then, and now I'm coming to realize this even more. I knew that it wasn't about the blueprint. It wasn't about the map or it wasn't me about telling them how to do it. Where my significance was as a coach was helping them to actually do those things. How could I provide them with this value in a way that made them want to do it, and therefore saw the results of what I was coaching them? So it wasn't the map, it wasn't the blueprint, it wasn't the step-by-step process. It was just them doing it. And so then, how do you elicit that response? Okay, that question, figuring out the answer to that is the solution to success. So now, let's talk big picture. The reason that I have been so successful in these health and fitness endeavors is because I love the work. I love working out. And most people don't love working out. They enjoy the results of working out, but the actual work of the working out, the actual work of dialing in your nutrition and sticking with it and being disciplined and counting the macros, all that actual work, most people don't like doing. But I love doing it. And that has been the reason that I've been successful, is because I have genuinely fallen in love with the work. It's just fun for me. And so the goals are secondary. I set goals every year, which they're cool and all, running marathons or doing different things, but it's the training and it's the daily practice that I really enjoy. And so that brings us back around to the simplest way. It's not easy, it's simple. The simplest way, the most simple way to find success, to be successful, is to love the work. And it's oversaid, it's overquoted, it's overwritten about, and there's plenty of other ways to become successful. I'm not saying that this is the only way, but when you can find that sweet spot, like on your Venn diagram, if you could picture this, if you can find that sweet spot in the middle of what you love to do and what you can get paid to do, right? That sweet spot where that overlaps, that is living the dream. And if I'm being 100% honest, I haven't found that sweet spot yet, because I have a job that is what I get paid for, and then I have a whole bunch of other things that I love to do and that I'm building, but that overlap hasn't become big enough where I can just do that thing in the middle and be living the dream. But that's the goal. That's what you should be searching for. So, again, full circle. In order to be successful, it takes falling in love with the work. And then that allows you to be consistent with whatever it is that you're doing, be it fitness, health, business, painting, dance, doesn't matter. And when you're consistent with it, and when it's a daily thing and you love that daily practice, you can do it for a long time. And you get a lot of reps with whatever it is that you're doing. And then I believe with those reps, progression and growth and success is inevitable.